Welcome back to the XWO Gaming Guide to Dark Souls Level 1 Edition. In this episode, we'll be making our way through the depths and we will be defeating the Gaping Dragon. Here are my stats. I'm still level 1. This is the equipment I'm using, so let's make our way through the depths. So leave the room with the bonfire and take on this hollow soldier. Be careful because he goes berserk, and as you can see, he took half of my health with him. Not to worry, just heal up and press on. Go right down the stairs and break all of these crates. If you fall down the hole, just climb back up the ladder, because at the moment, that is just a dead end. Keep going onwards, and when you go through the archway, make a right. There will be several rats here. Try and defeat them all, and try not to get poisoned. I get poisoned, but again, don't worry, just use one of your purple moss clumps that you bought from the female undead merchant earlier on. This is a great place to farm for humanity, but we won't be doing that just yet. I'll make a video covering that shortly. Next, keep going on through the sewers and watch out for the rat that bursts out of the crate. Continue on killing rats as you go. If you're lucky, they will drop some humanity. Once all the rats are defeated, collect the sewer chamber key up against this fence. Backtrack a little bit and head through the archway. Next, you're presented with two directions to go: down the slope, which leads to a hole, or onwards to an item to collect. First, press on and collect the item. Here you'll see a fog gate, but we're not going to go through it yet. Instead, we're going to go down the ramp and jump over the hole. So get a good run up, leap over, and defeat the rat at the end. If you follow it this way, we're actually on the opposite side of the fog gate, and you can see a channeler coming towards us. Make sure you defeat him as soon as possible, because he gives the rats in the area some stat boosts and some buffs. The channeler doesn't respawn, so once he's defeated, you never have to worry about him again. Just play it safe and be mindful of the giant rats that are also in the area. As you can see, I got 1 humanity from that one. And just to show you, we're now on the opposite side of that fog gate. Go through it if you want, I leave it there just for cosmetic reasons. Next, approach these 2 crates and kill the 2 rats that burst out. No rats in these 2. Collect the hidden large titanite shard, which we can use to upgrade our weapons later on. Moving forwards, you'll see a slime enemy on the ground. Take your time and defeat it. Pyromancy is always a good option as they are weak to fire, but try and save some fireballs for later. Next, Jump over the hole around the next corner and kill the rat to our right. And as you can see, we've been here before because this is where we jumped over the first hole. Next, go up the slope, and as the message on the ground states, there's another tough enemy ahead of us. Inside this chamber is a huge rat. Try and bait him over to the narrow doorway and to take him out from there. He's weak to fire, but he does hit quite hard. If you can get him trapped in the doorway, you can spam fireballs. Make sure you keep your health topped up and keep dodging. Eventually he'll go down. Cheesy. Collect the humanity that he drops and any other items scattered about the area. Next, approach the ramp and slide down on the right hand side. This will drop you into a new area. As you go on, to your left, we will encounter a new enemy, the basilisks. While fairly easy to defeat, these enemies can curse you by spraying a cursed mist at you. If you die to the curse, you will lose half of your health, and the only way to remove the curse is to find a purging stone and to use that. Suffice it to say, avoid getting cursed at all costs. This area can also get a little bit hairy because you've got the basilisk to contend with and 3 giant rats. Before we go down to where the basilisk was, we're going to move forwards. Try to be in human form as we go around this corner, because the next event will not happen if you're not in human form. And there it is. Night Kirk has invaded us. This is essentially a tutorial for invasions. Other players can invade your game and make it that little bit more difficult for you. This one is just an NPC though, and is fairly easy to take out. Just treat him like a normal enemy, kite him if you can, and fish for the backstab. It's worth noting that if you are up against another player, it won't be that easy. Upon his defeat, you get some humanity and his spiked shield. Next, continue forward, and we're now at the bottom of the ramp that we slid down moments ago. Take out the slime enemies if you want, or just run away from them. 1 fireball should be enough to take them out. Just be careful because there are a few on the ceiling and they can drop onto you. Go through the hole in the fence and you'll see on our right the next merchant. Speak to this weird looking chap and then look at his wares and buy all 3 gold pine resins that he's selling. He also sells crystal equipment and his own armour set. We won't be buying any of that. The next thing we're going to do is run up this stairway and open the door. This creates our handy shortcut back to the bonfire. So climb up the ladder, go up the stairs, and take a well-earned rest. Make your way back out, kill the hollow soldier again, and go through the shortcut that we just opened. Take care of the slimes and the rats again. Once they're all defeated, head back down this way towards where we first encountered the basilisks. Deal with all 3 giant rats. A jumping R2 with a 2-handed weapon should be enough to take them down in 1 hit. And as usual, you may be lucky enough to obtain some humanity. So next, defeat the basilisk again, and avoid that mist that he spits out. As you can see, the curse meter is on the screen building up. Do not let that meter fill, as it instantly kills you. And you permanently lose 50% of your health until you can remove the curse. Just follow the route I'm taking here. Try and defeat this basilisk through the fence. You should be able to take that one out with a jumping R2. Continue on through the passage and bait the basilisks out. There's nothing to collect here, so keep moving on. Deal with another basilisk. And then go left. Bait even more basilisks up here, so you can take them out one by one. Occasionally they will drop an Eye of Death, which is an item used by the Gravelord servants. We won't be covering that in this guide. Inside this narrow passageway is a pitfall. Jump over it and collect another humanity. Make your way back. Throw a fireball at the basilisk down there. And this time make your way down the stairs. 2 more basilisks should come out. Make that 3. And it's quite tight down here, so just keep moving and ensure that you don't get covered by that mist. Once the basilisks are taken care of, continue on. Keep going until you reach the dead end and pick up the Ring of Evil Eye. We won't be using this ring, but I'll mention its effects. With the Ring of Evil Eye equipped, every time you kill an enemy, you will regain a small amount of health. It's not really worth wearing this ring. With all that done, we're now going to make our way back and take on the Gaping Dragon. Put some gold pine resin in your hotkey and make our way back, following the route that I'm taking now. If you're curious to know what the ghosts represent, it just means that I'm playing online and there are other players that are also playing in this area. They can't harm you, it's just to let you know that the area is populated. So keep going this way and first go left. As you can see, this is a dead end. Make your way back and this time take the right. Ignore the stairway going down and continue going forwards. As you can see, another dead end with nothing to collect. Go down the staircase. Go left for a dead end. And right to find Soler's summon sign. We're not going to be calling for help for this boss, so do not summon him. If you aren't confident, feel free to do so, but I won't be doing it in this playthrough. Next, go down the stairs. And prepare for a boss fight. Apply some gold pine resin to your weapon, and then go through the fog gate. This attractive thing is the gaping dragon. This boss can cause problems like that, so don't get too close, because if it grabs you, it can hurt you. With my upgraded armour, it didn't do so much damage. However, it can damage you just by walking past you, so once again, try and keep behind it. If you can, attack its tail, because after a few hits, you'll cut it off and get the Dragon King Grey Axe. Try and stay by the sides, and two-hand your weapon at all times, and get a few hits in when you can. Don't forget to keep that gold pine resin applied. Whenever the dragon takes off, make sure you create enough space, because if it lands on you, you're brown bread. Just keep chipping away and eventually he'll go down. One thing to note, if the boss vomits on the floor, it will cover almost the entire arena. Do your best to stay out of that vomit, because it will damage all of the equipment you're currently wearing. Always back away when the boss jumps up high. And here's the vomit attack I was just talking about. Just keep doing what I do here, and eventually you'll take him out. And another boss goes down at soul level 1. Upon defeat, he'll drop the Blighttown key, some twin humanities, and a homeward bone, and 25,000 souls. Collect the hard leather armour set if you want it, and be careful not to run off the edge of the arena. There's nothing left to collect here, so make your way back. Just follow the route I'm taking here, and try not to get lost like I do. Return to the bonfire and rest up. And that is the end of this episode. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content, and we will see you again